Welcome to round 2 action of NPLW Victoria football. We're here at Kingston Heath Soccer Complex for the match between Bayside United and Alamein FC. Two sides that found themselves on the losing end of their results last week and both looking to find 3 points this afternoon. We'll go through the starting 11s for each side. We'll start with the home side in goal. Number 1, Lauren Ferrugia. Number 2, the captain, Molly Burke. Number 4, Jessie Kotsikas. Number 8, Sienna Fogarty. Number 9, Rachel Sturton. Number 10, Amanda Stevenson. Number 15, Neve McClure. Number 19, Neve Griffin. Number 22, Anissa Koletsis. Number 31, Jasmine Kane Edwards. And number 7, Kirsty Shearing. Now over to the away side in Alamein FC. In goal, they've got number 40, Bethany Mason-Jones. Number 3, Mia Lantieri-Bartley. They have got number 11, Hay Richmond. They've got number 26, Annabelle Haffenden. Number 36, Emma Ronalds. Number 32, Adeline Ayton. Number 38, Natasha Inia. Number 33, Elena Vatchi. And number 71, Jamila Hull. Number 99, Katrina Nickpour. As both sides are in the huddles at the moment, we go through the final formalities. Both sides, after looking to repent for last week's mistakes, neither side being able to get on the winning end. Alamein running into the hottest team in women's Victoria football in Calder. And Bayside United losing out to Box Hill. Both looking to put things right this week with a result here on this Saturday afternoon. Good conditions, clouds overhead, but ideal conditions for football as the huddles disperse. A massive chance for either one of these sides to kickstart their season and get on the winners list finally. Decent crowd here building at the home of the Bentley Greens, but it's Bayside United who host this one this afternoon. Alamein the away side to kick off. A few cheers from the crowd down below that is ever so slowly building. This should be a brilliant clash. So then, two aspiring NPLW houses, both yet to find themselves on the winners list so far this season. Both looking to establish that last week's defeat was nothing more than just an aberration. Any afternoon will dream of an ascent up the league further than where they're currently placed, while another defeat for either side means that they will already be playing catch-up to stay up that dreaded line come September time. So much to play for in this early season clash, after which one team's hope for this season may already be left in tatters. Alamein kicking from left to right in their away changed blue strip. And Bayside in orange shirts, black shorts, black socks, going from right to left. Throw in taken short for Alamein. The ball is switch played laterally. And the space on the far side for Haffenden, who scored the only goal for Alamein last week in that defeat to Calder. It's clipped down the line. Chance maybe in behind for Nickpour. Bethany Mason-Jones rushes off a line. An industrious challenge. The official says nothing doing, and Nickpour is down in a heap. This would be an early problem for Alamein. Nickpour is still down. And the Alamein players want them to kick the ball out, and Bayside United truly oblige, and it's a really unlucky start for Katrina Nickpour, who looked to run in behind. Clashed with the former Melbourne Victory goalkeeper in Bethany Mason-Jones, and it looked for a moment like Nickpour's race might be run just moments into this afternoon's clash, but she's up now and should be okay to continue. As the ball is thrown back to Ferrugia in the goal, who just respectfully clips that one back to Bayside United as play restarts. Ball taken down from Griffin. As out for a throw off the captain, Emma Runnels. Wearing number 16 as the throw in right in front of us broadcast side. Taken short. Once again, Runnels. The Alamein veteran steps in, but it's a poor ball back. And Stevenson looks to race down this left-hand side. Looks to play a ball in, but it's a poor one, and Alamein should clear. Good feet. And the away side look to move forward. Skipping away from the challenge was Haffenden. He's on the ball early. Lantieri Bartley, the former FV emerging player, 24 appearances for them in 2019, as the ball finds its way over to the far side. Alamein looking to build an early attack. The ball towards Nick Poor is cleared away. Lantieri Bartley sweeps across ahead of Sturton, who did score last week for Bayside United. Lantieri Bartley clips on down the line. The defensive line holds firm for Bayside at the moment. Nick Paul looked for Runnels. The ball couldn't find it. Oh, really nice play from Shearing, who's back into the starting 11 this week for Bayside United. On the far side is Kotsikas, looking in the middle for Stevenson. Into Luter and through to Ferrugia in the goal for Bayside United. Or for Alamein, rather, I should say. Goes through to Mason Jones. I called that one wrongly before. I do apologise. So it was Ferrugia that clashed with Nick Paul before. As Bayside United looked to move the other way. Ball in behind was looking for Stevenson. And it trips through this time for Mason Jones. Ball down the line, flicked on. As that one trickles out of play. And a throw to the home side. Throw taken short. And again, possession is surrendered. It's an Alamein throw looking to build an early attack. Jamila Hull tried to return the ball back to whence it came, but it disappears out of play once more. It's time for an Alamein throw. Nick Poor looks inside for Runnels. She loses out. Lantieri Bartley looks to clip that one down the line. Stays in play. Headed away from Fogarty. Molly Burke, the captain, looks to go down the line once more. And the nutritional affair so far in this round 2 NPLW Victoria tie. Ball across. Look to nearly sell Runnels short, but she makes it work. Poor first touch. Stealing in is Shearing, but she couldn't move forward. An Alamein escape. Nice bit of interplay on that left-hand side. Charging down the line is Vaci. Breaks into the area, cuts one back. Shot on goal is well saved. Good save from Lauren Ferrugia. The shot in was from Jennifer Lum. 4 seasons at Sacramento State in the United States of America. She nearly found herself on the score sheet. Good sustained spell of pressure for Alamein at the moment. First time either goalkeepers had to work and make a save. It was a very tidy stop from the Bayside United number 1. Good ball in behind. Chance maybe for Alamein here. It's Haffenden on this right hand side. It's on back central. Nick Paul's arriving. And the ball's out of play. And a goal kick for Bayside United. Nick Paul presses the goalkeeper, and Farija had to clear that one away, or else she would have been in real trouble. Still, the danger hasn't been extinguished yet from a Bayside United point of view, as Alamein are back with possession. Ball in the middle towards Nick Paul. Ronalds is arriving. It's Annabelle Haffenden who feints a shoot. Looks to take it by a direct opponent. Haffenden plays the ball back. And it remains with Aiton, who's back in the starting 11 for Alamein. After not playing last week. In fact, it's her first time starting for the away side. 24 appearances last year, or last season rather, 2019. 13 with the Geelong Galaxy and 11 at Box Hill. So it's her first official league game starting for Alamein. And she'll look to make a real impression on this clash. Ball forward. It eludes Ronalds. Well taken down. And that's surely a free kick. And is given. Kane Edwards was clipped. And so it's a free kick for Bayside United early on. Ball out wide for Sturton. Ball played laterally. Good spell of possession. Burke gets a second bite of the cherry in behind, looking for Stevenson once more. But she won't get there, and the ball will carry through harmlessly to Bethany Mason-Jones. 8 appearances in the W League for the Alamein goalkeeper. Formerly of Box Hill and South Melbourne. Lancieri Bartley. Good work from Haffenden, who's been on the ball quite a lot early on to prevent the ball from going out of play. Once again, it's clipped down the line. And Alamein are irrepressible at the moment. They've had the spell of possession. They just need to get the shots on target, and they've got another throw at the moment. In fact, it looks as though the referee looked to give the throw in to Alamein, but she looks to have reversed the decision. And so it will be a Bayside United throw, which Molly Burke takes. Ball forward from Hull. On from Lum. On that far side. To the byline. Nick Paul's in the middle, and the official rules that it's gone out of play. And so a goal kick to Bayside United. Farigi clears out of play. Was looking for Eve Griffin, who formerly played at Alamein. A very, very brief spell. Only 2 appearances back in 2016. Breaking forward now, our Bayside down this near side. It's Kirsty Shearing. Ball played in board to Jasmine Kane Edwards, who looked to play it further laterally, but loses out. Ball down to Nick Paul. Right hand edge of the penalty area. Ball central. Can't find her intended target. And away move the home side. Not for long though. Ronalds. Chance possibly in behind for Alamein. It won't come to fruition And Colletzis just has to clear. Really good start from Alamein, who currently find themselves going into this weekend 7th in the league. Haffenden has a lot of space if she can be found. That's who the pass was looking for, but it got nowhere near in the end. Clearing forward for Bayside was McClure. Stevenson looks for Griffin, who won't get there. Mason Jones finds Haffenden. Chest down. Drives in field with some enterprise. The ball across wasn't her best. And Stevenson looks in behind, looking for Sturton, who scored last week. Got one of the 2 goals for Bayside, but she couldn't be found. Ronald steals in. Can't keep the ball. Burke taken down from Sturton, who couldn't really get the ball under a spell. But it's a Bayside United throw. Burke clips one forward. Challenging was Hull, who is a new player to Alamein this season. Ball finds its way across to goalkeeper for Alamein in Mason Jones. Alamein looks to drive forward again. Nick Poor picks the ball up inside a defensive half. Ball finds Nick Poor again. Played across to Vachi. And Vachi looks to press Farrugia, who clears away without much trouble. The poor ball across from Emile Lantieri-Botley. And now a chance for Bayside to not only relieve the pressure, but maybe go forward for their first real foray into attack. And that really didn't last long. Bayside United just can't get the ball forward at the minute. They're really struggling to have any real spell of possession inside their attacking half, which coach Terry Tynan will look to change, I'm sure. McClure heads forward. Griffin took it down. Kane Edwards plays across. Fogarty, nice bit of play. Stevenson in the middle. Shearing plays out wide, that's a decent ball. Crossing chance maybe for Bayside United. And they couldn't quite get to the intended target, and away move Alamein. Nick Poor looking out wide left. And it's hooked away from Colletzis, but good spell there for Bayside United. First real chance they had going forward. They haven't really had the ball in their attacking penalty area. That's finally changed, but Nick Poor may well be in behind here for Alamein. Still got a lot of work to do. Looks to support on that left-hand side. Finds the ball in. McClure couldn't deal with it initially. Shot on goal was blocked. That was Vaji who took the shot, who played for Appia Leichhardt in NPLW New South Wales in 2018. Also trained at Melbourne Victory under Jeff Hopkins. Only one real shooting chance so far this game. Lantieri-Bartley again. Nick Poor. Nick Poor finds it again, looking for the 1-2. And it'll disappear out of play. And a goal kick to the hosts. Griffin, good turn, but just hooks it out of play again. And once again, the decision is reversed. The referee initially pointing for an Alamein ball, but Bayside United took the throw. Aiton. Nick Port, who's been on the ball early. Ball back with Richmond, formerly of South Melbourne and Boleyn. Nick Port looks out wide left. Intercepted from Burke. Ball laterally looking for Kane Edwards. Was unable to find her. Aiton. Goes back home to Mason Jones. Lanteri Bartley forward to Nick Port. Looking for the 1-2 and it couldn't quite find her. Burke's got to deal with it. And plays the ball away. Kotsikas back with Burke. Fogarty clips one down the line. Well intercepted from Jamila Holt. Nick Port gives chase. It'll elude her. But it won't get past Vachi, who looks to break into the area. She could look for Nick Port, who's in the middle, making the run! And she had to score! I was expecting the net to bulge, and it just eludes her. Ball back with Ronalds. Inside the area, shot on goal, and that's a great strike! Elena Vachi with an absolute belter! A bolt from the blue, from the women in blue, and Alamein get the quick start this afternoon. Top right, absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. And Elena Vachi, who is part of 2 Premiership teams at Box Hill, showing her class with a stunning strike. Farrugia had no chance. And Alamein with a great start. How will Bayside United respond then? Haven't really had much by way of attacking chances so far in this game. And now find themselves a goal down. Shearing plays to Molly Burke, who will get a second chance. Burke once more. Under real pressure from the goal scorer in Vachi. Vachi again. In ball to Nick Port. And really they're on the way forward again here. Ball with Lum. Takes on. Looking for an option in the middle. It's crept in. And 1 becomes 2. They've doubled their lead in double quick time, and from a really non-threatening position, it's found its way through. Lauren Farrugia and Alamein, no sooner after scoring their first, have a second. Lum will claim it. That one may well go down as an own goal. She went to the byline and looked to put a shot on goal. And Farrugia couldn't keep it out. And all of a sudden, this could get really ugly for Bayside United. Not the start they would have wanted at all. Emma Ronalds goes back. Alamein must be absolutely buzzing with his start. Coach Kat Smith coached this one to a T so far. And they'll be looking for more, but they've given the ball away. Ball out wide. Sturton looked to try and half the deficit, but Mason Jones was aware to it. And throws the ball out short. Lantieri Bartley. Alamein looking to build an attack that may well lead to their third goal. Haffenden, who was lively early, but has been quiet in the last few minutes. Looked in board. Ayton, formerly of Taruna. Lom, who scored the second goal. Under a little bit of pressure, but returns home to Mason Jones. Ball forward is well controlled by Haffenden. That's a stunning turn. Turned away from Griffin with some ease. Emma Runnels turns inside. Enterprisingly drives forward. This is a great run. Chance made for a third for Alamein. Working forward was Lum. But she couldn't keep going. It's another throw for Alamein, who've been well in control of this game so far. And a third goal would spell real trouble for the home side, who really haven't been in this game so far. Ball square was blocked by Sturton. Driving forward, Ayton. Out wide left. Burt controls and plays forward. Sturton, well defended by Hull. As Ayton plays the ball back. Mason Jones. Rolls short to Hayley Richmond. Ball looking for Haffenden wasn't a great one. And moving forward now is Stevenson. Ronalds gets back to cover. And Mason Jones receives again, who really hasn't had an awful lot to do so far. Ball chested down. Bayside just looking to get a foothold in this game. They could do with a goal in order to affirm that. Mason Jones really having one second. Was a rather easy one, as Bayside United do something about their 2-goal deficit. Ball in board to Sturton. Back out wide, and that ball was never on. Telegraphed by Alamein. Port picks the ball up, drives past the halfway line. Skips past a couple of Bayside United players with ease. Ball now on the far side, left-hand edge of the penalty area. Ball in board was a poor one, and the chance dissipates. It's been a high-octane start to the game. It's been a high-octane last few minutes at least. Ball played forward. Alamein looking to really cement their advantage. Haffenden looked to take the ball past McClure, who was able to take the ball out for an Alamein throw. A really good piece of defending from the Bayside United player, which leads to a throw. Richmond chest down. Hooked in the middle. And then clear. Lantieri Bartley has time. Forward to Haffenden. First touch. Once again it's Griffin, who looked to try and take her away from the ball. It was a decent ball in as well, as the ball disappears behind for a corner. Alamein fans on this near side were screaming for a free kick that wasn't forthcoming. But a corner for the visitors. Vachi, the goal scorer for the first goal, goes over to take on that far side. And many options in the middle. Annabelle Haffenden probably looking like the target to aim for. Vachi holds one arm aloft. Whips one towards the near post. She was furious with that ball in. A vehement scream of anguish and disappointment, but she'll get another chance. The ball goes out of play. of Coletsus. Will this delivery be better? Towards Ronalds in the middle. Still a chance for Alamein! And it's just wide. The ball broke very, very kindly in the area. And it's just turned past the left-hand upright. It was Hayley Richmond who the ball broke to. But the warning alarms have been sounded from a Bayside United perspective. And they need a goal. Nick Paul looks to steals in. Good work for Shearing, who draws a free kick. Clip forward from Griffin. Stevenson gives chase. She beats Richmond. To Manda Stevenson. Looks for goal. Mason Jones was off her line. And did very well to catch the ball. A little bit more lift and she maybe would have been in a bit of trouble, but as it was, she was able to claim the ball and stave off Bayside United's advances. Ball short to Ayton. Nick Paul chest down. Ball was played short, but Burke intercepts. Son of Nathan Burke, who plied his trade in the AFL for St Kilda. Very famous Australian rules football family. Now Molly looks to make her name playing another code of football. Haffenden. Turning inside was Richmond. Richmond. Ball clipped down the line. Looking for Vachi. Shot on goal from range is claimed from Perugia. And no one really went to close her down. As Alamein looked to take advantage and add a third to their tally, but couldn't do so. Ball in board looking for Shearing. Coming across is Richmond, who does very well. Finds Lanteri Bartley. Jamila Hull. Ball out of play for an Alamein throw. They'll be very happy with their start, Alamein. Goes without saying. Can they further capitalise on the stop? The ball lateral is a poor one. Shearing went in. Was industrially challenged. Will the chance stay alive for Bayside United? The answer is no. Ball short. Was a poor one looking for Haffenden. Shearing clips it further central. Driving on goal is well saved by Mason Jones, who got her body behind that one. It was Sienna Fogarty, who already has one goal this season. Was looking to make that two, but the shot was central. Haffenden looked to play down the line. Encouraging thumbs up from Vachi, who was aware of what her teammate was trying to do. Tell you what, even though it's a Bayside United home game, the Alamein fans out in full force. Cheers every single time they do something. Took the ball out of play, good piece of defending, and the fans go up as one. Richmond's fouled. And a free kick for Alamein. Bayside United fans, in fairness, haven't had too much to shout about. Ball carries through to Ferrugia. Formerly Boleyn. Forward to Sturton. Nick Poor uses her strength well. The back heel might look to spark another attack for Alamein. Nick Poor put too much on the pass and it disappears behind for a goal kick. Ball works forward to Stevenson. Out wide left. It's with Neve Griffin. Ball forward was behind Kane Edwards. And Mason Jones controls under no pressure. Hull goes forward. Now with Molly Burke, the recipient of the 2018 Bayside United MVP award. As Runnell steals in. Chance for Alamein now once more. Nick Poor wants the ball and she receives it. Runnels is in the middle, she's ignored. In fact, making her way into the box was Vachi, who was looking to get a second goal, but the ball didn't find her anyway. Burke turns the ball needlessly out of play. She was under not really much pressure. And she just gives the ball away. Throwing to Nick Poor. Ball down the line. Might work for Alamein. In the middle is Vachi, who couldn't get in ahead of Lauren Ferrugia. Clears the ball away. Sturton battles with Hull. And Hull wins that Hull wins the throw. Won the battle. Richmond. Former Melbourne City player Hayley Richmond was on the books in 2017. Signed on the same day as Raleigh Dobson, who Melbourne City legend recently retired from the game. Fizzed forward for Runnels. Good first touch. Ayton. With Richmond, who looks to keep the ball away from Shearing and does so successfully. Skipping away from the challenge was Hull. McClure plays forward. Fogarty looking in behind for Stevenson, who couldn't quite control the ball. Played away. Now to Haffenden. Ball in behind, he's looking for Nick Poor. It'll elude her. Chance maybe now for Inia. In fact, it wasn't, as the shot just goes just wide. It's a brilliant delivery, as we see the fans below eulogising about it, and why not? It deserves the recognition. On that far side, apologies, was Cicely Paraskevas, who was elevated to the senior squad for this year. Burke. 1-2 with Colettus. as Hull looks to move forward. Haffenden with space on the far side for the switch, and she's wanted, and the shot is just over the bar. It was an audacious effort that was ever so close to creeping into that top corner. And Alamein nearly found a third. Jennifer Lum has one already, and she nearly found herself a second.
I'd love to learn his job. I'm studying media. Yeah, I'm doing a similar job as a statistician.
Ferrugia. Flicked on. Hull unable to keep it. Turning away was Sturton, who loses out to Ronalds, who's been authoritative early on in that midfield. Inboard to Ayton, who's a fan favourite at Alamein, judging by some of the reactions from the fans earlier on. She's acquitted herself well so far. First half. Can Alamein grab a third? Ball on board from Haffenden. Nick pouring behind. Vachi. If she'd controlled that down into her path, she would have had a shot on goal. But was unable to do so, and instead Alamein must settle for a corner. Final act of this first half then. Corner from this near side. A chance for Alamein to add a third. Holding one arm aloft. The corner is whipped in. Oh, and it's nearly headed into her own goal. It's headed onto the crossbar. Still on away, it was McClure who mysteriously just flicked that one on, and it nearly looped into the back of her own net. And that is the half-time whistle. A strange, strange end to the first half, which Alamein have thoroughly dominated. They've been in full control of this first half and nearly had a third in its final moments. Elena Vachi with the early goal to put Alamein 1-0 up. And Jennifer Loom went to the byline and found a way to put the ball into the back of the net to double Alamein's lead. They're full in control of this round 2 NPLW Victoria clash. At half-time, here at Kingston Heath Soccer Complex, it's Bayside United 2, Bayside United 0 rather, Alamein FC 2. And at the moment, it looks as though Alamein are on course to do that. Played really well in the first half from minute 1. And Bayside United haven't really threatened too much by way of attacking chances. Bethany Mason-Jones has only really had one save to make. And it was an easy one. In fairness, she's had a couple, but nothing strenuous. She had one straight at her and one just down below. Both of which she was able to deal with rather comfortably. As Bayside United look to respond. It doesn't look as though they've gone to the substitutes bench. It looks like the 11 as selected will run out to start the second half. Of course, if that changes, I'll bring those to you. Alamein have got no reason to change much at the moment. In the ascendancy and looking to continue. Down below us there, and familiar to fans of NPL, Ryan Pachkowski of the Oakley Cannons. Partner of Rachel Sturton, number 9 for Bayside United. Reliably informing me of a score elsewhere. In State League 1, which is an interesting scoreline, definitely. Mornington 3, Mazenod 3. Mornington 3 win from 3 to start their season, and currently being held by Mazenod, who led 3-2 at half time in that game. Another team in orange in Bayside United looking to get back into this game. They've got 45 minutes to try and do that. Can they roar back into this game, or will Alamein take all 3 points? Time will tell. As there is a substitute for Bayside United. Coming on is number 11, Molly May Ramsey. And off goes number 22, Anissa Kaletsa. Molly May Ramsey, 29 appearances in 2017 for South Melbourne. The form with Murray United, a crucial 45 minutes coming up for both these sides. Both coming into today with the same objective, but one better placed than the other to fulfill that at the moment. Alamein in complete control, and Bayside with a 2-goal deficit to compete and to contend with. Ball in behind. Chance now for Alamein to start the second half. Nick Poor goes left to Elena Vacci. Looks to cross the ball in, and it's dealt with rather comfortably for Lauren Ferrugia in the Bayside United goal. Richmond, won back by Sturton. Back with Rachel Sturton, who scored 57 goals in just 3 seasons at Casey. Now looking to establish herself in the top division of Victorian women's state football in NPLW. Ball short from Kotsikas, who was furious with herself. It leads to a throw taken by Hull. Returns back with Mason Jones. Ball in board to Vachi. Hull. Looks the ball in behind. Her and Nick Poor weren't on the same page. As returning back to the goalkeeper was Burke. As Farugia clips forward. Paraskevas wins the ball back. Nick Poor in the middle, looking for the ball inside for Vachi, who wins it back. Chance for Elena Vachi, who puts the ball in the back of the net, but it won't count. Lineswoman on the far side raises a flag, and those affiliated with Alamein are absolutely up in arms at that decision.
Guys, it's a male line name, not a female.
Ball down the line for Stevenson. Our Bayside throw inside the attacking half. Ball in the middle, looking for Sturton on the volley, and that's a wonderful strike. Bayside right back in it. A ball in, Sturton was unmarked, arrived on the ball and volleyed it past the Alamein goalkeeper in Bethany Mason-Jones, who had no chance. And after creating absolutely nothing in the first half, Bayside United have a hope. Deficit half with an absolutely brilliant volley from Rachel Sturton. She's now got 2 goals for the season, moving to be the outright top scorer this season in the league for Bayside United, and what a way to do it. And all of a sudden, after coasting through this game, Alamein have got to be slightly wary now of Bayside United. Throw short, battling to win the ball back for Alamein was Vachi. Clipping the ball forward for Bayside was a poor one. Sturton putting Mason-Jones under pressure, forced to roll it short, and all of a sudden the home side have got their tails up. Sliding challenge was an illegal one according to the referee. It's a free kick for Alamein, which left for Hayley Richmond to take. Flicked on. Paraskevas looked to try and win the ball. Taken down from Stevenson after the clearance for Bayside. Runnels. Her pass was wayward, but her team have the ball back. Nick Poor on the turn. That disappears out of play for a Bayside United throw. What a crucial goal that could be for Bayside United early on in this first half. Neither side would want to lose this game starting the season with 2 losses from 2. As Alamein look to move forward and look to restore that 2-goal cushion, will the ball stay in play? The answer is no. There's a couple of Alamein players in the middle looking for the cutback, but it didn't eventuate in the end, and the score remains at 2-1. Goal, a good goal kick, and it sets Griffin free. Her pass is intercepted though by Richmond. Winning the ball back was Kane Edwards. Very well done to take the ball away with Lum, but it's found its way back with Mason Jones. Richmond. And the attempted turn from Haffenden didn't quite work out. Looking to turn away from her opponent, but could only turn the ball out of play. And Terry Bartley rolls it now to Richmond. And Terry Bartley receives. Richmond down the line. Good work from Vachi, who looks to start an attack. Burke should come across the cover. Does so and finds safety by way of touch, and ball goes out of play, but it's back in. Skip away was Vachi. And another throw for Alamein. Nick Poor plays short to Terry Bartley. Looks for Nick Poor again. She was unable to help the ball onto a teammate. Ball out wide now for Stevenson. And good play from Lum to tackle. He played at Southern United in 2019, and another one that the crowd have supported very, very passionately. As the ball goes down the line, looking for Vachi, the goal scorer in the first half. Ball played back, shot on goal is saved from Ferrugia. She rolls short and looks to start an attack for Bayside United. It's Jamila Holder for Alamein. She found Aiton. Hayley Richmond. First touch from Vachi. Wasn't up to her standards. The substitute Molly Mae Ramsey looked to play forward, but it's intercepted. Really passionate cry from Jessie Kotsikas looking for her teammates to get in the game. She played the ball forward and there was no one there to receive it. She was furious with the lack of movement ahead of her. Bayside United now have the ball back with a throw inside defensive half. Still plenty of time for them to get back on this game. Throw looking for Sturton. It's hooked further away from Terry Bartley. That one might just stay in play, you know. It does, and Burke is forced to hook it clear. Good work on that far side for Alamein. Breaking into the area was Vachi. It might break central. Chance for a third for Alamein. It's blazed wide and away past the left-hand upright from Jennifer Lum, who has already scored once and was looking to make that two. She's had a few chances that she's been unable to take. And that idea is exemplified there. Whole battles. Got past Ramsey and got clear of the goal scorer for Bayside United in Sturton. Ball in board was a poor one. And Bayside United can move forward. Down the line is a decent ball looking for Stevenson. Mason Jones off her line and clears it out of play. Did very well to get ahead of the Bayside United attacker. And hooks it clear for throw-in. Ball in board from Stevenson was unsuccessful. Paraskevas looking behind for Nick Poor, who's trying to run perfectly. Nick Poor turns, puts the ball in the middle. It's a decent delivery. And it's behind for a corner. Great bit of play from Katerina Nick Poor on this near side. Look to get the ball in. And it's led to a corner. Corner then whipped in. High. Danger still not clear. And eventually it's hooked clear. Sturton forward for Bayside, draws a free kick. I tell you what, you could be easily convinced that this was an Alamein home game, because the cries of disappointment at that free kick being awarded were loud and easy to hear as Lanteri Bartley sees that one out of play. Throw taken short. Rolled across to Fogarty. Ball in behind wasn't a bad idea whatsoever. Looking for Ramsey, the substitute, but it couldn't quite find a way through. Nick Poor, surely that's a foul. And the referee agrees. She was clipped by Fogarty, who scored in Bayside United's 4-2 defeat against Box Hill last week. Switch of play was the intention. The execution didn't allow that to happen. They've got the ball back though, Alamein. Nick Poor now on the right. And the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. Richmond look to clip one down the line. Bayside back in possession with Sturton. Switch of play isn't going to pay off for Bayside. Good bit of work from Cicely Paraskevas to get back on terms. Ball in board to Vachi, who was fouled. Referee called it a pull of the shirt. And a yellow card has been brandished, the first one of the afternoon. Believe it's gone to Kirsty Shearing. It's the first yellow card of the afternoon. As Alamein will restart play with a free kick. Clipped forward. Not a bad delivery and Couldn't be further helped on. Ball stays in play. And now it will disappear behind. And a goal kick for Bayside United, whose early goal in this second half gave them life, but they haven't been able to build on it and restore parity once again. Ball out of play, that's a Bayside throw. Taken quickly down the line from Stevenson. Molly May Ramsey latches on, looking in the middle for Sturton, and it's a good bit of goalkeeping from Bethany Mason-Jones. Used all her experience just to tap it to herself and keep the ball away from the talismanic Bayside striker, who chased that one with interest. Out of play from Hull. Missed control initially from McClure, but she finds Ferrugia. Molly Burke goes laterally. Attempted turn was from Ramsey. Hull goes into win. Switch of play looking for Nick Poor, who controls. Holds the ball up. Runnels looking in behind for Haffenden. He's got to work hard to get there. And won't do before Molly Burke plays it away. Ball out for an Alamein throw. Runnels on that right hand side had Shearing for company, and Bayside have got the ball back now. Control from Paraskevas. It's now with Vachi again. Good feet. The shot on goal is wide. She's played very well so far as a number 33 for Alamein. Has a goal to go with it, and showing exactly why she got the chance to train at the W League side in Melbourne Victory, and was part of such a successful spell in Box Hill United's history. Paraskevas looked to play it in board, loses possession. Down the line for Stevenson. Well, that was well won by Ayton. It's now down the line for Vachi to chase. It's now Haffenden, breaks into the area, jinks past her opponent, and it was nearly pulled square. And the ball had actually gone out of play before the cut back, so even if that ball had been rifled in, it wouldn't have stood. But good signs for Alamein down that right hand side. Something that they'll look to exploit for the remainder of this game. Ball finds its way to Vachi again. Great ball! It's Runnels! Who puts the ball in the back of the net, and the captain for Alamein with a huge goal to restore the 2-goal cushion. Great work from Vachi to set her up, and Emma Runnels couldn't miss. A captain's goal from an experienced player, the former Bayside player, and Alamein right back in the box seat, back with a 2-goal advantage. And Bayside with yet more work to do. So the ball hits the referee. But how good must that feel for Emma Runnels, who spent time at Bayside United, today's opponents, got a best on ground against Alamein in her Bayside career, and now the shoe's on the other foot. She strikes against Bayside, and what a crucial goal it could be in the context of this game. Great work from Ayton. Back with Richmond. Ball looking in behind. Charging to close down was Griffin, who got in there ahead of Elena Vacci, and that final involvement. A goal and an assist. Brilliant performance from the Alamein playmaker. And coming on to replace her, it's number 12 for Alamein is Olivia Oldcroft. So Oldcroft on for her first appearance of the season, on as a substitute. Ronald's on that far side, looks to cross in. The ball disappears behind for another goal kick. Ball back with Mason Jones. Hull. And Terry Bartley. Ball played across the face of goal to Richmond. Ball down the line is out of play. The ball back in was a Bayside throw. Ball inside to Sturton, who looked to try and play the ball in behind the Alamein backline, but was unsuccessful. It's a good run from the substitute in Oldcroft. Attempted ball central. Finds Paraskevas. Good turn. Chance for Alamein to maybe grab a fourth hit. The run was from Lum. And the ball now out of play. Corner ball now for Alamein. Currently 3-1, looking to add to that 2-goal advantage. They're still not cleared after the corner eluded everybody. Ball short to Lum. Hull looked to skip past Bayside player. And stealing in ahead of Stevenson was Ayton. Ball stays in play. Ball out wide for Paraskevas, who looked to engineer something further forward. Was unable to. Molly Mae Ramsey off on Terry Bartley. She's done well to win the ball back. Sturton looked to engineer something forward and she's down. Rachel Sturton slow to get up and she eventually does. Good sight to see for not only Bayside United fans but fans of NPLW Victoria as well. Now on the far side for Alamein. Ball was out of play and the lineswoman on the far side signals a goal kick. Burke heads forward. Runnels puts it into the middle for Katerina Nickpaw, who couldn't quite engineer a shot. It looked like the shooting chance would open up, but one never came. And a chance for Alamein goes begging. Behind for a goal kick. Back with Runnels. Looks to drive forward. Ball breaks kindly for Annabelle Haffenden, who turns, goes back to Runnels. Ball played central. Good work from Ashcroft as Burke looks to hook clear. The Bayside. Danger still not yet averted. Haffenden from the right. Good ball in. Still the danger not cleared. Deflected en route. I thought for a moment that might trickle in off the boot of Nickpaw. But not to be. Cleared away from Ferrugi up towards Sturton. Ball now short. Paul looked to turn it around the corner. Kotsikas. Now with Molly Mae Ramsey. And intercepted. It was Lom with the interception. Who, aside from Elena Vaci, has probably been Alamein's best player. Also, Emma Runnels can hold her head high with a goal and a brilliant performance from midfield. Nickpaw. Chance for Cicely Paraskevas, who breaks into the area, but it's cleared away. And out for a throw. And there's a substitution for Bayside United. Coming off is number 19, Neve Griffin. is for sure. And coming on. There isn't a number 17 on the team sheet. Doesn't matter as Lund breaks forward and nearly doubles her money. A swerving shot that just goes over the crossbar. And wouldn't that have been something? Ball down the line. From Ronald's back to Richmond. Ball looking for Nick Poor, who is onside. And the referee sees a free kick. And once again, there is a substitution. Coming on is number 8, Caitlin Storey. Replacing number 99, Katarina Nickpour. Caitlin Storey spent 11 years in Tasmania with Launceston City, the junior career. Signs this season from Box Hill United. Miscommunication from Alamein players. And the ball breaks behind for a corner. Ball whipped in from the right. Head away from Kane Edwards. Runnels. Forward to Paraskevas. Ball back to Lantieri Bartley. Ball played forward to no one in blue. As Bayside regain possession. Alamein back. Keeping it was Storey. Ball stays in play. Burke finds McClure. Ball down the line to Sturton. On this right wing, good ball in behind, looking for Stevenson, who couldn't quite get there. Mason Jones line. Takes the ball. Lantieri Bartley. Out wide to former Melbourne City defender in Hayley Richmond. Clip down the line. Chance maybe for Alamein. 2 out of 4th. It's Ashcroft cutting back, and it's a massive chance that goes begging. Jennifer Lum it was, who's been quite wasteful in front of goal. Aside from the one she put in the back of the net, she's had 3 or 4 very good chances aside from that goal that she hasn't been able to capitalise upon. But she's been very, very busy for Alamein, and one of the threats going forward for the Bayside. Alamein are going to the bench again, and it looks like Annabelle Haffenden initially went down, but she gets back up and the change won't be made for them. Instead, the change is a Bayside United one. Melanie Martinez comes on to replace number 31, Jasmine Kane Edwards. And Alamein have got 2 ready to come on. I suspect that they will be made in the next break in play. Ball forward. Should have looked for Sturton, but instead went the other way. Stevenson. Ball now with Burke. Burke once again. The other substitute that I was unable to name beforehand, now by process of elimination, the only other name on the team sheet that didn't start, that I haven't called, came on, is Anna Duong, who was wearing number 1 sheet that was provided. So unless there's been a misprint on the team sheet, that may be the reason, but change for Alamein, going off is number 30. That is Cicely Paraskevas, and coming on 34, Anna Piers-Barlow. Barlow rather. So Paraskevas off, Piers-Barlow on. Hull returns to Mason Jones. Richmond goes forward. Great turn. Skip past another. Alamein racing down that right hand side. It goes behind for a corner, which was won by the substitute in Oldcroft, who did so well. Looked to break into the area, but the ball disappeared. Behind the byline for a corner. It'll be Jamila Hull to take it then from the right. Whips it in, a low delivery, and the danger still hasn't been cleared. It was off Ferrugia, and that foxed all of the Bayside United players. Ball played down the line. And that one disappears behind for a goal kick, and yet another substitute. This time for Alamein. Coming off is Emma Runnels. And now coming on is Pierce Barlow. So I appear to have got the one wrong before. I thought I saw a 34 held up. May well have been a 38. So Natasha Inia on before, and now Pierce Barlow on now. Both substitutes were on that side at that time. Clipped in behind. Chance maybe for Alamein to grab another. But Faruji off the line was incredibly quick. Ball was telegraphed, but Bayside lose possession as quickly as they want it. Ayton looking to clip it in behind. Headed away. Ball with Shearing. Across to Burke. Ball forward was intercepted and well controlled by Jamila Holt, who can now move the other way. Inia looks to move forward. Her cross was blocked and then hooked further play by Kotsikas. Headed away, further flicked on. From an Alamein point of view by Storey. Wrestling is Pierce Barlow with Shearing. Now Sturton for Bayside. Alamein seeing this game out rather professionally at the moment. A 2-goal cushion after that goal from Emma Runnels, who has now been substituted. They'll look to make that 2-goal cushion a 3-goal cushion. An attempted cutback has gone. I thought that had gone back off the Alamein player, but the referee disagrees. And it's yet another corner for the visitors. The Adeline Ayton fan club in full force on this near side. They're wanting the Alamein number 32 in the middle. Can Jamila Hull find her? It's Jamila Hull who lost one in! It's headed in! On goal! Alamein fans absolutely loving life. Brilliant ball in from Jamila Hull. And now it is a 3-goal cushion. Exemplary delivery. And nodded home from point blank range. And Alamein will take all 3 points from this afternoon's tie. Ball looking in behind. Natasha Inia looks to chase it down. Good work from Ayton. Clipped away. Now looking for the substitute at drifted in from the right. Still a chance it drops down. And it's volleyed well over the bar. But Alamein refusing to stop at the moment. They want as many goals as they can get. And they're good value to grab at least one more before the full-time whistle. Coach Kat Smith would have to be absolutely buzzing with the way that her side have acquitted themselves. 4-1 to the good. And that now is full time. Brilliant performance from Alamein. Fully deserving of the 3 points. A 3-goal margin and all 3 points to Alamein, who did not want that full-time whistle to come. I suspect if there had been another 5 minutes in the game, they would have grabbed another one at least. But all 3 points leave with Alamein, who deserve it to no end, and work for Bayside United to do if they're to get their season back on track. They've started with 2 losses. And full-time here at Kingston Heath Soccer Complex, it's Bayside United 1, Alamein 4. So a 4-1 win, thanks to goals from Elena Vacci. Emma Runnels got the 3rd. In between that was a goal from Jennifer Lum. And to round off the scoring was a header from Adeline Ayton, who was so well supported all the way through. And the only goal of the game for Bayside United was off the boot of Rachel Sturton with a stunning strike, but it wasn't enough to get Bayside back on the winners list this afternoon. Thank you for joining us on another NPLW live stream. I've been Oliver Walker-Peel. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.